Greetings. How you doing today? I'm good, and I hope that you are too. Well, I just wanted to talk to everyone out there about a few things that I think are very important. What's going on right now? And if you've never listened, some of you out there know me, some don't. I went to school with you, so I want to give a shout out to if I went to elementary school with you, middle school, high school, Calhoun City, college, Jackson State University, anywhere I've worked, Houston, Jackson, Vicksburg, Columbus. So some Jacksonians and Houstonians and Calhoun Cityans and anyone out there, if I've run across you, if you know me, or if you just now coming across this video, please listen to this because I don't want you to miss out. Okay. Now, what I want to talk to everyone about today is, I want to talk about freedom. In life, how many of you all out there, come Monday morning, you just dread the thought of getting up. You might hit that snooze a couple of times because you say, oh Lord, here I go again. And you just got to force yourself to get out of bed, or, and you got to, the bills steadily coming in, and, your money runs out before the end of the month or end of the week, and you just wonder where's it going to come from, and you're just struggling, you're fussing, if you got a spouse, y'all might be fussing and fighting, and there's stress. Well, I just kind of want to talk about freedom, the idea of freedom from all of that, or some relief, some freedom. That's what I want to address. Now, we all have to have money. That's just a necessity, whether you want to admit it or not. We all have to do what we have to do for money. We need it, and there's just no getting around it. And the way that things are, things are just getting tougher and tougher. Those of you might remember the recession of 2008, when things crashed in 2008 and 9. It was rough there. Or if you're old enough, you lived through the depression of the 20s, or things got rough in the 1960s and on. We could name a lot of different economic scenarios. And this fellow here, old George. Now we could look at Ben and all the rest of them too, but we'll just start with George. Now this right here, this is why you get up and go to work and do what you do, or whatever it is that you do. Okay. Now that's the odd thing about this. If you look at this, if you look right on the top, it says Federal Reserve Note. And if you read that small print there, it's going to talk about, and I'm going to turn around so I can read it. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Okay. Now, if you were to look at the history of this, you would find out that this was once upon a time backed up by gold, meaning that you could trade this in for dollars worth of gold, and you had silver notes too, but we're going to focus on gold. So as of right now, this is fiat currency. There's nothing backing this up. You can't go and get any gold or anything from it. This just has value because the government and the Federal Reserve say so. And I'm going to get into that in just a minute. So if you look back throughout the history of mankind, gold has what's been the universal standard. People will take that anywhere. Okay? And if you research yourself right now, our government still has reserves of gold. I think it's in the United States. We have Fort Knox. And so banks, even right now as we speak, are buying gold. Different countries, they're buying gold. A lot of times people say, well, gold, that's worthless. Now, it's going down. If it's so worthless, why are governments buying it? Why are different countries constantly buying it? So this right here is fiat. It used to, President Nixon officially took the United States off the gold standard. I think it was 1971. And as you will know, the prices ever since then, it was said it was supposed to create stability in the economy and so forth. But as you would know, anyone who's lived through the 70s and 80s, you've seen prices steadily increase over the years. So, and you can look up prices in the past if you don't know what things cost in the past. I remember in the 80s, maybe movies cost you $2.50, maybe $3. Now movies cost you what 15, 16, 17, 18. So the price of everything has gone up, and things haven't happened by accident. Now, and I just want to, if you want to get more into that, I'll just touch on it. Someone has done some research on it, and it's out there. It's not hidden. The Creature from Jekyll Island. I'm not paid to plug anybody's book. This is just something I'm looking into myself. But this just kind of gives you the history of the Federal Reserve and all these recessions, depressions, and it's not by accident. The Federal Reserve is not a federal entity. That's not backed by the government. That's a private institution that issues out money. And the reason we have inflation because you and me, we're all paying to use this, and we're in debt. This is saying that this is just just know that this is debt. This is not money. So, we all want to be free. And let me look at a few things here with you. Now, regardless of what your background is or what your thoughts, here's some words here that I believe that have some wisdom in them, and it would come from the Bible, King James Bible, and Proverbs chapter 10 verse 15. It just says, "The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty." Now, I think no matter what religion you are, you can agree with that. That when you have money, hey, you ain't got to worry about, are you going to be able to pay your bills, or where your food going to come from, or where you're going to go. When you have money, that's allows you for freedom. And that's all. And let me look at another verse here with you. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 7. It had something there I wanted to just kind of bring to mind. And it says, "The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender." So it's not saying that you're evil because you have money, or that every rich person is out to get every poor person. But when you have money, you have options, and that's what it's all about. Money is all about power. And what power means is you have options. If you have, millions compared to not, you have options that someone who's in a limited income doesn't have. No one, the more you have, the more choices you have, the more power you have. I mean, you can determine, okay, where do I want to go? Do I want to go I can go fly to Paris for lunch and fly to, and go to Istanbul, or you got a choice of where you want to go and when and how. You're not just limited to one vehicle and having to, if you've been in this situation where you got to look at your gas and say, now how much more can I get out of this? Now this $5 can get me here, and this will last me to this next payday. So it's all about choices. And did you know that whether you're wealthy or poor, it's all about mindset and thinking and choices. And did you know that those who are wealthy have a different mindset than those who aren't? Okay, let that sink in for a minute. Those who are wealthy do things in a different manner than those who are poor. And I'll elaborate more on that in just a few moments.